Hey there, everybody. Just real quick. We posted in our Facebook group and on our Instagram story about just a little giveaway we're doing for the game in which we synchronized in our top 10 through 6 games of 2019. You tell us the game we experienced synchronicity on. We put your name in the drawing. We'll draw, or actually we'll put it in a randomizer, and whoever it lands on, we'll send the game. We'll do that this Wednesday or Thursday, or maybe this weekend. So if you don't follow us on Facebook or Instagram, you might not know that. So just thought we'd put it out here, give you a chance. Send us an email or direct message us somehow or another. Tell us the game that we synchronized on. We'll put your name in the drawing. Thanks, and have a good day.
And go.
And welcome back to another mini pod sesh with myself, Gaby, and
Sharde.
And welcome back, Shardizzle.
I'm glad to be back. It's been a while.
We're going to discuss, among other things, her plays of Wingspan.
Please. I guess that can be plural. I feel like I need to play.
2 is plural.
2, I know it's plural, but I feel like 2 doesn't count.
More than one is plural.
I feel like I know what it means. I mean, like, I feel like 2 just doesn't count. I think I should play it maybe 5 times. Then it should count.
5 times counts? Why? Did you not grasp it after 2?
No. I think just 2 is just 2.
2 is 2?
2 is
2 is 2.
2 is
you
like,
are correct.
2 is like 1. Like, you gotta play a game more than
math.
You gotta play
2
more
is
than
1. 2 is the new 1 to like 40 is the new 20.
Yeah, exactly my point. You just said that for yourself because you're 40.
I hope so.
But anyways, I need to play it more often than 2.
We'll play it again.
Like, I really want to get the feel of it, like meditate on it. I'm just kidding. But seriously,
I wish. Speaking of my age, like I bought some beer today at Walmart as I was leaving my job for the day. The first thing I do is just go to the beer section and buy some cheap beer.
Where do you work at,
Walk out Walmart, baby. So I check out, and it comes up on the computer. Does the customer appear to be over 40?
That's
and
awesome.
that doesn't even question me anymore. I'm like, ouch.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel old. It makes me feel over 40.
That's hilarious.
It's like one time, just ID me. Just like, this guy could be 39.
You give me 39.
Give me 39. Come on.
Maybe if you shave all the stubble, you look like a little baby rat.
Yeah, it's my, wait, what?
What?
A rat.
I just say baby rat because you're all shaved and you're bald and you just look like a little baby mouse.
My beard is pretty much solid gray.
It's kind of salt and pepper.
Oh yeah.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
I don't know.
Salt and pepper or salt and pepper?
Pepper. Got to get it right.
What did they sing?
They sung that song. That you say it all the time.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Did they sing that one?
Yeah, that one. And then
I'm not gonna. I used to confuse them with Sisters with Voices, SWV.
Oh, I like that. I like that little group.
But I believe Salt and Pepper is.
They're different.
Never
They're
gonna
total.
get it.
Yeah, I think you're right. And they're, that song. I just want to have your baby or something. What did it say? I want to have your baby or something like that.
I don't know about.
It's like, dun, dun, I want to have your baby.
You so crazy.
You so crazy. I want to have your baby. Like they sing whatever that song is. I can't remember. But Salt and Pepper is one of those that group that I grew up listening to as a child because that's what my mom listened to. And
of course, me and your mother are about the same age.
Yeah. So with SWV or SVW, whatever.
SWV, Sisters with Voices.
That's right. You're right. I like them a lot as well. Anyways,
let's see.
Hey, Gaby, how did you get started on Salt and Pepper?
What song is never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it?
Hey, why don't you Shazam your voice? Maybe it'll pick it up.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I think it'll be off a little bit.
What song is that?
What you know what you can do? Search the lyrics.
Well, Salt and Pepper's top songs, at least according to Google, as I push songs, it says "Push It."
Oh, push it! Yes.
Bump,
See, here's the thing. I grew up listening to these songs.
Shoop?
Yes, Shoop. Yes, I remember that one. I don't remember the titles, but like if I hear it, I know it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Salt and Pepper were good. Shake your thing.
And I like, oh my God. Are you going back to like the 90s?
Yeah, they were big in my day.
Yeah. Actually, and everyone likes to dress like them and, you know, wear their
was 93.
Type of clothing.
What a Man was 93. Let's talk about sex. I don't know how appropriate that is.
Hey, I think that album was a good album for them.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Yeah, I remember that one.
Gaby, I'm sorry.
That illicit song used to tingle my adolescent ears.
Okay, I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I'm exiting.
Mommy, I don't think I should be hearing this.
So, guys, how do you cook a pot roast?
I just want to know what "Never Gonna Get It" comes from.
Just search, literally search lyrics.
I'm not going to type "never." I'm typing "never."
NEVA, baby. Never gonna get it. Wait, is it never gonna? Never
gonna get it. In Vogue. See, that's a different band.
Vogue. Yes.
Mixing them all up.
Another 90s.
My lovin'. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Nah. In Vogue sang that one in 1992, right around the same time.
So all those little groups, it's just like this. You know how there's like grunge rock bands? They all kind of all have the same sound, kind of.
Or even like, yes.
Like, there's Nirvana,
Creed,
Pearl Jam,
Nirvana.
Creed was part of that grunge. I didn't realize that.
No, they were like wannabe. So. They were like post wannabe grunge.
Creed,
and
though.
Who's the? Be sure you watch that elbow, please.
Gaby's worried I'm gonna like spill beer all on his board game table. Then he won't be able to play board games. He'd have to go back to the kitchen table.
I don't play him anyway.
Hey, you know what?
My light keeps.
You know what though? I am determined. To play as many board games the rest of this 2020 year. Like, I'm serious. Like, I haven't been able to do it because I've been super busy.
I've heard you say that.
Okay, listen. It's happening, God. It's happening.
I would gladly play.
Actually, I've asked you to play before, and sometimes it's at the wrong timings. No. And you're like, oh, I don't really feel like it. I just kind of want to chill out and watch TV. Like, you've said that.
During my work week, I do like to just chill.
And chilling isn't playing a board game. I thought it was something you...
Because, well, you know what the biggest part... and Jerry said this just the other day. He said, just set it up maybe on a weekend. That way it's set up. Because I have 2 games I want to play. Marvel Champions, play solo.
I see that.
It would play... Cool. Me and you we did play Marvel Legendary. Remember that one?
I like that one. Yeah.
That was a deck builder.
Actually, let me take that back. It was all right.
Exactly. So that's why I don't have it anymore.
Actually,
but it was a co-op, so me and you could play together. Yeah. This one is the same idea.
So I've learned something about me and board gaming. It's like I don't think I like
insight.
I don't think I like cooperating. Am I saying that right? Games where we're together.
You definitely don't like cooperating. How about you cooperate on some of this beer I buy?
Okay, listen.
Pitch in every now and then.
Listen, I'm going to give you $20 in like 2 months. But seriously, I like challenges. Like I like going against you, like or whoever. Like I said like a lot. Sorry. Those like Pandemic. In the beginning really liked Pandemic and the whole, together we fight the virus. But after playing it again, like this year, I'm like, I don't really like this game anymore. Like, no.
Well, they are good co-ops are good to help introduce people to games. Yeah. Because you can literally play the game alongside them. Like, yeah. But you don't want too much of that because then you're basically not playing the game. You're just being told what to do. Yeah. Which is what me and Jerry did with Robinson Crusoe.
It's kind of boring for me personally. I feel that. And like when we played Forbidden Desert, it's been a long time since I played that game, and I loved that game. So I need to play that game again to think about it.
Forbidden Desert way more than Pandemic.
Maybe that's what it. Maybe Pandemic was just kind of boring. I don't know. It was fun in the beginning, but I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's good for a few plays, but then I mean, like most people, they just kind of progress.
Yeah.
Past a certain point.
So I progress. Have I graduated from Pandemic and Monopoly? I feel like I've graduated from Monopoly. You got to give me that. Come on.
You do.
I haven't played Monopoly in years, except once.
I don't judge anyone.
Whatever. You're a board game snob. You judge everyone that plays every game like Monopoly, Clue. What else is there? What are popular?
Those are the games I played when I was young because I didn't know there was anything else.
You didn't know there was a board game heaven. And then, boom.
Huh?
I don't know.
Board game heaven.
Maybe that heaven wasn't the right word.
Look. This way you leave most of the talking to me. All right. So let's get into Wingspan.
Okay. Let's do it.
We've played it, as Sharde mentioned, twice.
Haven. Board game Haven. That's what I was thinking.
Like, where board games go when they die?
I don't even know if that's right.
Oh, my God.
Anyways, I don't know English very well, you guys.
This is a mini pod sesh, so let's cut to the chase. Sharde is a newer gamer.
Yes.
Even though you've known me for 4 years now, and you've probably played.
I've known you longer than 4 years.
Well, I know you've known me longer than 4. We've been really good friends for at least 4 years.
Okay.
In those 4 years, besides party games.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we started out, with party games.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember the, what's that game? It's like charades, kind of Time's Up.
Time's Up has charades in it, yeah.
All those party games were fun.
Mafia. I would say Mafia was the first game we played together.
It was. I remember that day.
Me,
that was fun.
Bubba.
And Amy.
Yes.
I think that was it too.
No, there was more than that.
No.
You can't play Mafia with 4 people.
No.
No, there was like 10 of us.
That's not 4 people. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
No, we never played Mafia.
Are
5
you sure?
people. Yes.
I remember driving.
Maybe the Resistance.
Listen, I remember coming back from Mount Pleasant. It was raining and sleeting, and I was on my way to y'all's house, and I was trying to hurry and get here because you guys were hanging out. And when I got here, we ate and stuff, whatever, and then you suggested let's play Mafia, and I remember playing it with us 5.
You're thinking incorrectly.
Are you sure?
No,
I'm 23. I have a better memory than you. Remember, you have like a really bad memory.
I do not play Mafia with much less than 9.
I'm pretty sure.
Because you have 2 Mafia, a cop, and a doctor, and then several villagers.
Man, I just feel like we played it.
If it was just 5 of us, it would have been like 2 Mafia.
You know what? Maybe Deej and Char came over that day. Maybe. You know what they did? They did.
You're making crap up.
No, I'm not. I am not.
False memory.
I remember that day so vividly because that's like the beginning of when I really like got to know you guys.
I know. That's when you said you liked my laugh.
No, that was a different time. That's a different time.
Oh my God.
It's a different time.
Anyway, besides that.
It's going to mess me up. Like, I got to remember now.
Besides Mafia, we played Time's Up, Resistance.
Resistance was fun. It's very strategic, though. You have to really know what you're doing in that game. Or you're going to, like, kill everyone. Or not kill everyone, but, mess yourself up if you're Mafia or Resistance leader, whatever. What is the Resistance person called in that game? The Mafia?
Spy.
The spy. So you have to be communicating super well with your body. Like, oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Undulating. Is that?
You're so what is dumb. That? You're so
you will know I'm a spy by my undulations.
Oh my gosh. I played 2 amazing games of Resistance. Like, I couldn't believe how great everything was.
How
going.
great I was.
Not me, but Gina.
No, you did. No, was it you.
Gina? It was me, and then there was Gina.
You fooled me in the Resistance. I remember one game of the Resistance where I thought I knew my friend.
Yeah, that game makes you like lose friendships.
She deceived me quite well, and hats off to you for that game. It
was fun. Like I could not believe I was still going. Like, oh my God.
Out of all those out of those type of party games, say Mafia, Time's Up with the charades and the guessing, which I know you're not big on trivia because you don't know all that stuff.
No, I like trivia games.
So, do you like Resistance, Mafia, Time's Up? What is your favorite style of party game or code names?
Oh, code names is like a whole nother level. Like I like code names.
I mean, I know it really, they don't compare, but if just to say, like we had to get together and I said, okay, we need a party game. What would you want to play in that scenario?
Okay, how many people are you talking?
10.
Okay, it wouldn't be code names. And you think 10 people could do code names?
Yeah, you're right.
I just feel like code names is more smaller groups.
Let's say 7 people.
7 people.
Which could be reasonable. That's like me,
Hold on, let me think about this.
Bubba and Amy, Deej and Shar.
So you said Time's Up, Resistance,
7.
Mafia. But you put Mafia in there, so you want more people for Mafia.
Okay. Just which would you rather play?
Okay. Honestly, like...
Yes, please be honest.
A game that it's party game that's supposed to be fun, but it's supposed to be fun for people. I wouldn't put anything that's something super like difficult because you're with a lot of people. And listen to me. I'm speaking for people who don't want to really think about it. You know, like it's just you read the rule 1, rule 2, you do this, you do that. That's it. You do. And I honestly think Time's Up would be the game because it's fun. Like you're acting out, doing stupid stuff and trying to get your team to guess things. And that can be fun. But like Mafia kind of comes up there too. Like Mafia and Time's Up are like kind of tied up a little bit because Mafia is also fun and it's a little bit more strategic than Time's Up. So it's like, and it also depends on what group of people you're with. You can't play Mafia with just anybody. You know what I mean?
That's definitely true.
I learned that real fast.
Yeah, you got to have people that are willing to get into it.
Yeah,
and are willing to have,
and you have to talk,
willing to have fun,
interact. If you're not interacting,
we like to have fun here.
You need to calm down. Easy there, pal.
What about Deception, Murder in Hong Kong?
Oh, I forgot about that game.
I really like that game.
You didn't say that one. I forgot about that one.
It is a board game. You set out the stuff. It's like, I like the fact that roles are assigned and you have cards for... Mafia is just kind of a pen and paper game. I mean, they have cards for it, but they have an actual game for it.
It's kind of cool, like having to write your own stuff out.
Okay, so Deception, Murder in Hong Kong or The Resistance?
Deception.
Me too. I don't really much care for Resistance anymore. Mm-hmm. Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, I really, really enjoy.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That was basically it.
I was just going to say also Deception. I like the
on this
pieces.
Podcast, on this mini pod session where we were going to discuss Wingspan. Continue.
Well, you keep getting like, oh, squirrel. You know what I mean? I like the board game pieces of Deception. Mm-hmm. Like, it comes with cool little things.
It has stuff you can look at.
Like clues and stuff. And it's like, man, what can I feel like
it's not abstract.
I feel like an investigator or something.
It is.
It's kind of neat.
You could be. It's one of the roles.
Yeah. Well, that's right. I've literally, like, I feel so like, oh my gosh, I want to figure this out. And you have visual clues, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
So I'd definitely say Deception for sure.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. Out of Mafia, Murder in Hong Kong.
That's a fun game.
I love Mafia. Mafia is really good, like with just
people.
The right people. But
I've played Mafia with people before, and I'm like, oh my god, this game is sucking bad.
Yeah. So for Mafia, you need, I would say, at least 9. At least 9.
Not too many, though.
You have 2. The standard, I think, is 2 Mafia, a cop, and a doctor. Yeah. So that's 4 people right there.
Yep.
Then you need 5 additional villagers to mix it up in.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I was having a false memory.
People that are willing to like talk and mix it up. And that's why I like playing with Bubba and Jerry.
Yeah.
Because if you get the wrong set of people,
yes,
you just sit there.
Yes. Okay.
And then I have Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm like really excited.
Go ahead.
to talk. I was gonna say yes, Bubba and Jerry, having them in the Mafia game. As much as I hate them.
Jerry. Me too.
Hate as in love them. They will deceive you and they will convince you that they are not mafia. And my goodness, that's amazing. Like, Bubba and Jerry are crazy. Like, you too. Y'all are good. Y'all are good mafias, or even not just mafia. Y'all are good players, and I like that.
Well, you have to have a personality in the game.
So is DJ. He's good too.
Yeah, you have to have a personality in the game that will talk. Because especially, I said like 2 times in a row.
I'm sorry, you've been around me way too much.
I've been around you way too much. Especially in Mafia. And I don't know how they played in conventions with strangers, but I guess you could have the right, good personalities. But you have to have personalities that will talk. Because the first round, literally nobody knows anything except that someone got voted out. You just have to have somebody that's like, all right, well, I think you look like this. Just a talker. And that's what Jerry and Bubba are. Yes. And they think.
Yes.
Jerry, he so thinks he can read body language. And he has literally been wrong every Mafia game I've ever played in. But that's what DJ does it. I do it because I feel a responsibility to be like, get the talking started, get the accusations going.
Right.
They're wild. They're completely unfounded. We have nothing to base them on, but that's the fun of Mafia.
And that's what I like, because I'm not that person. Like, I'm not the one that starts it. Like, I have to have somebody else like that can do that, and then I can get into it.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's understandable.
Me, I'm not sure what to do, because it's like this game literally begins of you just accusing somebody. Like,
pretty much.
How do you do
that? It's like, open your eyes. All right, Sharde, you look guilty. You look guilty. You look guilty. What?
You're scratching your eyes.
Yeah, you're acting weird.
You're breathing.
And then you got the players like me, Jerry, and Bubba, that if we talk too much, people are like, oh, you're talking a lot.
They accuse you of mafia.
You're trying to cover over. Or if you be quiet, it's a can't win for losing.
Lose.
And so I can see where if you play with the same group over and over and over and over, you could get to know each other too well and know who is what and when.
Man, those were some good times.
Like when we first moved up here, and we were getting to know each other. Man, we played so many games of Mafia, and it was a blast.
It was.
Some of my best gaming moments have been in Mafia.
Yes.
I will never forget Gina's brother had played.
Gina. Did you remember Gina? Her game she won?
No.
That was an amazing game. I was like, oh my gosh, she has not died. She was a villager. And she was like, no. Was she a villager? No, she was doctor. No, she was cop. I think she was cop.
You went through all the
something
scenarios.
About the way it was almost like she was gambling on what to do, but she kept getting it right every single time. And I was dead, so I could watch everything. And I was just like, oh my God, what's about to happen? Mafia is going to win, but then I'm like, no, Gina's going to win. I don't know. That was an amazing game.
I remember with Gina's family, because one of her brother Lance, he knew the game. Yeah. And so they came down and we played with like all of her brothers. It was me, her 4 brothers, their wives. It came down to her brother Blake, which is one of my good friends, and one of my sisters-in-law. It was, of course, they're just going back and forth. The sister-in-law is one of those that's usually quiet. She doesn't say anything. And Blake, he's like us. He's just talking, making fun and nonstop. And it's like they're both claiming to not be. And it's like I was in the middle. And for some reason, everybody kind of knew I was the decider. And so, like, it was up to me to pick who I think is what. Oh, it was just so fun and stressful, and Blake was a bad guy, and I chose correctly, and we won. But it was so fun, so fun.
So when was that? Was that years ago?
Years ago.
Oh, okay.
Years ago, when we first moved up here to Paris.
Pre-Sharde.
Pre-Sharde. I think I had just met you, but
okay.
We had not become best friends.
Yeah.
You'd not become my goddaughter just yet. Okay, so Wingspan. Wingspan. Do you like it?
I absolutely like it. Yes.
Okay.
I want to say love it, but I feel like when I say love it, you like take on a whole new meaning.
No.
Because I say love to like a lot of things. Like you like
lots of men, and you need to stop that.
What? Whatever. Shut up. Oh, okay, I'm going to say it. I love it.
Why?
I love Wingspan.
Can you put into words why? What is it?
I will try. In the beginning, I didn't really understand the game. I will be honest and say that because at the time when Gaby was explaining the game, I was like confused. There's like all these options or movements, and I was a little distracted at the time. I wasn't totally invested whenever he was teaching. That was my bad. But then we did it a second time. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to pay attention this time and listen. And I just like, for one, the art is super cool and the little birdhouse is cool. And I just like the little actions you can take and do all this and that. And I don't know, it's fun. It's not like boring or anything. I just kind of to me, it's almost relaxing to play this bird game.
It is. It's
not too difficult either. And the little eggs are cool. All the pieces are cool.
Right.
Super
it is
neat looking.
It's very well known for its production value.
Yeah. And that attracts. So they knew what they were doing.
I appreciate this game as well. We played it a couple times at BGG years ago, and I was not that enamored with it. And to be honest, let's be honest.
Let's
stop lying to each other.
Please stop lying to me.
It's a game I will play, but I'm not dying to play it again. I don't mind playing it. I don't not want to play it.
See, if you say dying to play it, that's a little dramatic.
But I'm not yearning to play it. I don't yearn for
You're so dramatic.
But
okay,
I do love the fact that the way the game is produced, because those personal player boards, your actions are laid out in front of you. You can play a card, get food, gain eggs, or gain more cards. And it's all right there in that player board. I had to explain that to Sharde maybe 27 times.
I was a little confused. I'm sorry. I just didn't understand.
One of the most clear play boards I've ever seen.
I had comprehension issues in first grade.
Your reading comprehension is lacking.
You know, you have to be nice to the ones like me.
But we made it. We made it through. Yeah, I had to explain it to her multiple times. The actions
okay, you don't have to emphasize the multiple.
It's printed on the board. You can play a card, gain food.
Wait.
Gain an egg or eggs.
Wait.
Or gain more cards.
Let's just say this. It was so simple. It was complex to me. Like, I'm thinking, okay, I do this, but like, I'm thinking I need to do something else. My brain was like, I need to do something else.
I mean, it's even printed. It's even printed on there.
I don't know what I was
play a card.
Thinking, really.
If you
okay, wait.
Get food, then you also do the brown actions.
Okay. If
you played a card that has a brown action, once you gain food, you can then do the brown action on that card.
Right. So when you play your action or do your action with a little square, you put it on. Okay, for example, play a bird.
Play a bird.
The top action. What was confusing me, and this is really dumb, was when you moved it back on the left side of the board. I didn't understand what was going on. Like, why are we moving it over there? Like, when that was the beginning, I'm like, I kept getting getting confused by that.
What she's talking about is whenever I would just kind of do the action like with the cube. So like if you play a bird, I would put the cube down to symbolize where it would be. And then I just moved it back. So that way, when she played an action other than play a bird, for instance, get food, you would know that, okay, you gain your food, but then you go backwards to the previous card, and then you do the brown action. Mm-hmm. And then you go to the previous card before that and do that brown action to symbolize you need to do all those actions.
See, whenever you taught the game in the beginning, I don't remember that, you explaining that. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get on to you. Or trying to say, I mean, I have told you you're a crappy person that like explains games really crappy,
you
but
just don't listen.
I sometimes don't, but I didn't understand that in the beginning, but then the second time I played, I understood. Like, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So
right,
I don't know. Right. Maybe a second time is a thing.
Well, we definitely need to play it again.
Yeah.
For one, just to keep it in our minds.
Yeah.
And in your mind.
Oh, wow.
At this point, well, I mean, I've got it. I've got it down, especially because the board literally tells you what to do.
I feel like I have it down. Like I seriously think you do. So.
The last time was pretty good. Good. The only thing for me on most board games is the setup. Who gets what goes where. But Wingspan, again, is very simple. And I love the fact that it's simple and that the gameplay is on the personal player board. I love that. It reminds me of Circadian's First Light. I forget the name. The Circadian's game by Renegade. All the actions are on your. They have a little shield that you're supposed to put up when you're like preparing stuff, so nobody can see what you're doing. It literally lists everything you should do by the phase, each turn, each round. This is what you do.
I guess sometimes
you have a reference.
It's so much information.
But Wingspan does not have much. Wingspan is probably one of the least informational. Like, that is one of the best references there is.
Well, I was talking about the game you were just talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is so much information, like, right there.
Circadians is quite a bit.
And I start kind of freaking out a little bit.
Circadians is definitely a step up.
Do you have that game?
Yeah.
You think I like that game?
I think we need to
We just need to play it, right?
I think we need to go to some other things first.
Oh, ouch.
Baby steps. Baby
steps. Next thing you know, I'm going to be like CEO of Board Game Snobs, baby.
I think it does help to introduce people to mechanisms in games. Multiple mechanisms. That way, when they do experience a game that has multiple mechanisms in it, such as, well, this one has worker placement, it has set collection, it has deck building, it has area control. When I say all these things, you understand what those phrases mean. For instance, like The Godfather. Mm-hmm. To me, that's a simple game. The instructions for it by Watch It Played are, I think it's like maybe 18 minutes long. It's very short, very clear, very concise. To me, I said, and I remember that when me and Jerry talked about this on one of our podcasts, I was like, I think it's a gateway. He's like, no, it's not, because it has set collection, it has area control, it has several things in it. Mm-hmm. Whereas a new gamer probably needs to be introduced to one, maybe two at a time.
Right. I see.
But once you've played 5, 10, 15 different games, you're kind of getting the gist of what this means. When I say it's a deck builder, so that means you can pay in these amount of cards. You're going to get a stronger card that's going to be more beneficial to you later on. Or worker placement means I'm going to put my worker here so it'll block you out. You can't go there. Or trick taking means like the crew. That's trick taking.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I play my card that's higher than your card, it's going to, I will take all the cards. Like all those phrases and terminology and stuff help.
So, you know what this kind of makes you think of?
What?
You speak of board game terminology. It's just like hair terminology. For like, nobody knows what I'm talking about, aka you or Gina, when I'm talking about different not versions of hairstyles, but hair terminology when I'm talking about how to style my hair, how to wash my hair, how to do that.
I hear you.
So I kind of feel that with board games, like you have your own
give me some hair terminology.
Language. Okay, low porosity. You know what that is?
Huh?
Low porosity.
No.
High porosity.
No.
TWA.
How dare you?
LOC, LCO. It's a whole community.
Really?
Yes. So it's kind of interesting. Like, everything has its own thing. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I get you.
I really like that. People are passionate about stuff
you can find any passion you want on the internet. Yeah, you're passionate about hair. You follow hair people.
I do.
Who's like the biggest hair celebrity you know?
Hair celebrity?
Like a YouTube person?
Well, to me, they're not celebrities.
Or are they on
They
Instagram?
just have become people that they have lots of followers, but they're not celebrities. And like they have sponsors, but I mean, I don't view them as celebrities. They're normal people. Not saying celebrities aren't normal, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. And actually, I saw this on a Facebook post just recently. They're like, what do you define as celebrity? And can people in such niche things as board gaming be quote unquote celebrities? I would say, to answer that question, we're going to be on a podcast and that was posted on sporadically boards like Facebook group. Somebody's like, what do you consider a celebrity? Can you consider like certain people like Tom Vassell? Is he a celebrity to you?
Is he a celebrity to you?
I would say yes. In the board gaming community.
I know freaking Tom Vassell, which is crazy.
Well, yes.
Because I'm not a board game.
But that's what I'm telling you.
Person,
so
really.
in this specific niche community, I would say yes, you do have celebrities in that community.
Okay.
That you're excited or would be excited to meet. Like, I know them.
Okay.
Like, they're at the top of the game, so to speak.
I can see that because you've met him, right?
Yes.
See, I've interacted with a lot of top natural hair people and they've responded to me and talked to me and I'm getting like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
See?
You know, they have thousands of followers.
I would say if you get excited and if you have that feeling of giddiness,
yeah,
that person's a celebrity to you.
Yeah, you're
literally they could walk down the street and no one ever know them.
No one except
because
me.
It's a very specific community.
That's why board gaming is so cool.
I forget who asked that question, but it was a good one.
Because would you consider board gaming a small community? Not a small, maybe medium.
I would say it has obviously, because they have conventions worldwide.
Yeah.
It's a big community, but as opposed to 7 billion, 8 billion people, yes, it's small.
It's not like the word cliche is not what I'm looking for. But
people outside of that community have no idea who these people are. It's different than like Angelina and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You may not watch a whole lot of movies, but I guarantee
everybody knows them.
Almost everybody knows who Angelina and Brad Pitt are.
Yeah.
But you get into smaller community, you might even go into like TV shows.
Yeah.
There's TV actors that aren't as big, but some of the biggest TV actors of all time, I would say Tom Selleck of Magnum P.I. Do you know?
Aidan Turner. You know who that is, right?
Aidan Turner, yes. I've heard the name.
Poldark.
Okay, but that's a good point because he's more of a British.
But it's kind of cool,
but he was
right?
in The Hobbit, yes.
I could bring him in Paris and nobody cares.
Nobody would know him. Nobody would know him in Paris, Texas. You're correct.
Guys.
But you could bring it in smaller and smaller. There's just different hobbies and communities and just all sorts of things people do for entertainment, even sports.
Yeah.
There's like athletes that are millionaires, but they could walk in front of me. I wouldn't know who they are.
Me either.
But you know who LeBron James is, don't you?
Exactly. I know who he is. Why is that? Because he scores so many points?
Because he scores many points.
Okay.
Do you know who Wayne Gretzky is?
No idea.
Never heard of that.
Nope.
He's probably considered one of the greatest hockey players of all time.
See, I don't know anything about anything like sports.
What about baseball?
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth. If Babe Ruth walked in front of us right now, well then you better hold on because he's a ghost.
Okay.
But I think that was a good question, and it's interesting. Like, what do you consider celebrity? Because for me, yes, there are. We met Rodney Smith at Watch It Played. Me, Jerry, and Enrique. And
he's like a big, huge dude.
He's a big deal in our community. Our community.
You can say that. It's okay.
Part of it.
It's okay, Gubs. It's
Nobody
fine.
knows
You're
us.
basically a part of it.
But we were all of us were excited to meet him because that's Rodney Smith.
Oh,
he could walk down any street and most people would never know who he is,
including me.
But I would also say that there's a big difference between audio, which is what we are, podcasting.
Yeah,
and there are some people that get big in podcasting, but you've got to get your face out there somehow, whether it be Instagram or YouTube. Yeah. And I think that's why YouTube is where it's at, because
it really is.
People know who you are, what you look like, and YouTube is where you can become famous.
Yeah. I feel like it, because
me and Jerry will never get there because we don't have a YouTube.
Why don't you create one?
It costs money. Literally, it costs money.
No way.
For a good camera and good sound, and I don't know how to do it. Basically,
hey, I mean, YouTube it.
Exception. I mean, I could hook up my. I don't know. I'm
people do crap on their phones.
I know
in the beginning.
I'm OCD as far
he's like a technical snobber as well.
Yes, I am. Since I've started podcasting, I'm always looking for the best microphone, which everybody uses that Shure S58 or whatever it is. It's $400. I ain't got that kind of cash.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Listen.
You raised your hand.
Listen, I raised my hand so that I didn't interrupt you because I'm really bad at doing
Our sound quality is fine.
No, but listen, you have to think about how people got started. They didn't care about that crap.
I know.
I didn't care. I got 10,000 views on a stupid music video. I was so dumb. I'm like, oh my God, how did I get 10,000 views on this video? That scared the crap out of me because I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm going to be
went viral.
I'm going to be famous. But I wasn't. So, anyway.
But for me, if we were to do YouTube, I want a good camera and good sound. And I don't know how to do. If I had the right camera, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Give me a camera.
I think you need to YouTube it.
I think there's devices that you would hook your camera into that would record the audio. I don't know. I really don't want to use my iPhone, because I don't know how to do good sound with my iPhone other than a lapel mic.
Yeah, you definitely want to get something better than that, actually.
I know that you can sync your phone and your audio with certain programs, but I don't have those programs. And the good programs, I think, cost money. And besides that, me and Jerry don't have time.
You don't? Yeah, I was going to say.
Jerry's had big ideas before. They've never come to fruition because we literally just don't have time.
You guys both busy. Work full time.
We both work full time. Our jobs have nothing to do with the internet, nothing to do with social media. So Jerry's busy. We just barely managed to get together and record podcasts, and especially since the COVID, we hadn't even played games together. We had one day where we got together legally after they had opened Texas back up. We got together, but then everything blew up again. And we decided for ourselves and our families, we're going to hold off until this either a vaccine is found or it blows over or whatever.
Or we all die.
Or we're all dead. Especially with me working at Walmart. It's I'm around loads of people. So I would feel bad
are you going to give us Corona? I feel like
I very well could. I very well could.
Hey, actually, I'm more high risk. I work in a hospital or a clinic.
You draw people that may or may not have Corona.
Yeah.
And Jerry's the same way.
Yeah.
So that's we got together that one time. We played several games, but we haven't been together since because we're we better wait until.
Better be careful.
We're for sure. But I don't know. We might break that because we're desperate.
You guys need to calm down.
We might die to play a board game because
God.
I'm desperate.
I've been trying to, fill the void.
I hope so. All right, next up, brass. Just kidding.
What's brass? I was thinking instruments.
No, it's a board game about railroads during the Industrial Revolution.
Wait, why am I thinking instruments with brass?
Because brass, trumpets.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Trombone. Right. They're considered the brass section.
The brass section, right?
Yeah. Let me see. A next step game for me and you after Wingspan.
You have so many games. It's man.
You know what?
Do you choose from?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I can't see all my
What
games.
if you just chose one? Close your eyes.
I like Yukon Airways is not too terribly hard. I would try Yukon Airways with you, I believe.
So here's the thing you got to learn about me. The first time, I suck. Second time, I'm a little better.
Slightly better.
Bull crap, whatever. Second time, I'm pretty good. Third time, I'm really good.
Oh, really? Well, when you play Wingspan that third time, then.
I almost won.
Yeah. That's going to do it for this mini pod sesh of around 45-ish minutes. And we barely touched on Wingspan, but whatever.
Wait, we didn't barely. We touched on it.
I know, we did. We did well.
We did great.
You did a good job.
We did amazing. Sorry, my voice kind of got like
always
squeaky.
Get crazy.
I feel like I sound like a 13-year-old boy that's going through puberty.
Puberty?
Puberty. Puberty.
Stop.
How do you say it?
All right, that's going to do it. Bye.
Later, dudes.